Hey everyone, I'm Adam Hoge. This is Bears Mock Draft 3.0, the last one before the real thing starts on Thursday night. And this one is brought to you by ButcherBox. ButcherBox is offering our listeners an amazing offer where new users get free meat plus $20 off your first box. Join today using our link, butcherbox.com/CHGO, and use code CHGO to receive this exclusive offer today before time runs out. Want to make sure you're also up to speed on our Bears 100. It is finalized. It is out. Our top 100 prospects specifically catered to the Chicago Bears and their needs. We're going to be using this all week long and throughout our draft coverage, and you can get access to our in-house database. Everything that we've put in here over the last few months is yours if you are a CHGO diehard. Sign up right now, allchgo.com/diehard if you are not already a diehard, and you can go directly to the Bears 100 at allchgo.com/Bears100. And of course, our draft party is happening Thursday night, sold out, but Friday night you can still get tickets. Come join us Friday night. We're going to keep the celebration from Thursday going. We'll see what the Bears do on Friday as well. Going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's jump right in. Obviously, the first overall pick. We know what the Bears are doing. Caleb Williams, only a few days away from him actually being a Chicago Bear. Let's move straight ahead to that number 9 pick, and we're going to make a trade here. We're going to trade back. I could definitely see this happening, but in this scenario, we're talking about one of those 4 quarterbacks still being on the board. There's some type of bidding war here. Maybe it's the Vikings calling. Maybe it's the Broncos calling. Maybe a team like the Raiders. Heck, maybe the Seahawks are interested, something like that, and we're making a trade back 3 spots with the Denver Broncos. Broncos come up to number 9, and the Bears end up getting the Broncos' 3rd-round pick and 2025 2nd-round pick as well, but that's going to be part of a pick swap. So you look at the trade values here in this one, really quarterback tax, right? That's what we're talking about. If one of those quarterbacks is available, there's usually quarterback tax involved. That's going to be that 2nd and 3rd round swap next year where the Bears end up with that 2nd round pick from the Broncos and 3 2nd-round picks to work with in 2025 and then adding an additional 3rd in this year's draft. So just try to keep that in mind here. Bears move back to number 12. Who do they take? We're going edge rusher. Jared Verse from Florida State, 6'3", almost 6'4", 254 pounds, a guy who I feel like fits a lot of the characteristics that Matt Eberflus specifically likes in his defense. High motor guy, never takes plays off, clearly loves football, difference maker on that edge, and I think can instantly come in and be an impactful number 2 edge rusher across from Montez Sweat. All right. So now the Bears don't have a pick for a long time, right? Unless, let's get crazy here a little bit. Everyone wants the Bears to maybe trade up for Marvin Harrison Jr. in the top 10. Okay, we're not doing that, obviously, in this mock. But what if they trade up for a different wide receiver? So in the late 20s, you got some teams like the Bills who need a wide receiver. You got the Chiefs who need a wide receiver. What if the Bears come up and make a trade with the Arizona Cardinals, who have an early 2nd-round pick, too? They got extra draft capital to work with. And the Bears come up, they make a trade with the Cardinals to number 27 overall. In doing so, they give up their 2 3rd-round picks, that extra pick they just got from the Broncos in that trade, and the 2nd-round pick they got from the Broncos as well next year. They give the Cardinals that extra draft capital. They come up to number 27, and they pick Xavier Worthy, the man who broke the 40 record at the Combine, 4.2 140. They add that elite speed to the offense, difference maker, type of guy you can plug in right away. Even he's learning, you can use that speed within your offense, and you give Caleb Williams another weapon. And really, when it's all said and done, because you traded back earlier, you're really only giving up an extra 3rd-round pick and then those 3 slots in the 1st round to make this maneuvering work. I think it's a possibility, and certainly if you get that type of value and take advantage of that so-called quarterback tax with that Broncos trade, you can get this done. Xavier Worthy, 5'11 and a quarter, 165 out of Texas, just the type of weapon that, I mean, come on, are the Chiefs really going to let a guy with all that speed get past them? I don't see that happening. I don't see Xavier Worthy getting out of that 1st round, so I think this is where you're going to have to go to get a guy like that and add that speed to your offense, which would be huge. All right, so that ends up with 3 first-round picks. You still got that 4th rounder later on because you gave up those thirds. Number 122 overall, the one they got from the Eagles last year when they traded back one spot before taking Darnell Wright. And we're addressing the offensive line. Our guy, Tanner Bortolini, who joined CHGO Bears last week from the University of Wisconsin. Come on, you didn't think we'd get out of this mock draft season without at least one Badger in here, right? Tanner Bortolini, who moves really, really well, maybe slightly undersized, said he's only met with the Bears really at the Senior Bowl, but later in the fourth round, that doesn't always matter. This is a guy who, if he's still around there, he's number 75 on our Bears 100. So if you can get him back at 122, which could be possible in the fourth round, this is the type of move you make to help the interior of your offensive line. Tanner Bortolini is our last pick here. So it still comes down to 4 picks, but you ended up with 3 first-rounders. You only ended up giving up a little draft capital last year in doing so. It's a little wild, but hey, this is what we do in mock draft season. It's all coming to a head Thursday night. We're going to have you covered Thursday, Friday, Saturday with live shows. They're all going to be on YouTube, but if you can come out and join us as well, we'll be at Joe's on Weed Street, presented by Circus Sports. Buy some tickets. Come out Friday night. We'll see you then.
We all silly like the mayor.